KidMo, the premier media-driven resource. In just 5 years, KidMo's impact on children's ministry has been completely transformational.
When we inherited our children's ministry several years ago, it was in decline. Parents and kids were leaving the church. And we really prayed and asked God what we should do, and we found KidMo. And KidMo has just brought new life to our ministry. Kids are excited about being in church. Attendance over the last several years has tripled. Even our 5th grade boys are begging to lead the worship. And the best part is that our kids are learning to apply biblical truth to their everyday lives and learning to become more like Christ. And we thank God for KidMo.
The KidMo brand of media-driven resources are easy to use and require minimal prep time. Using a large group, small group format, they are extremely flexible and work great for kids' church, Sunday night, midweek, and Sunday school. KidMo contains strong biblical teaching, high-impact worship, interactive lesson review games, Bible memory challenges, small group breakouts, and a comprehensive take-home review. The blend of music, animation, and live action grabs and holds kids' attention. There are currently 2 KidMo resources offered: Johnny Rogers for elementary age and Little K for preschool. Here's a peek at the Johnny Rogers program.
Johnny Rogers!
Out in a field there was a boy, a forgotten boy. His 7 brothers didn't care or think about him much. Since he was the youngest, he was assigned the simplest of tasks, to watch the sheep.
A little help here. Hello?
In the city, a man had arrived, a priest, a prophet, a God-directed man. His name was Samuel. People usually freaked out when Samuel showed up.
Oh man, I'm freaking out!
But Samuel wasn't there with a warning. God had told him to go to Bethlehem to find a man named Jesse.
He's over there!
Oh snap, Jesse gonna get wormed.
One of Jesse's sons would be chosen as the next king. Actually, there was an 8th son, but he was too young. Just a boy. And besides, he was out watching the sheep.
Hey, the phrase is lamb technician / mammal supervisor.
Anyway, back to the important stuff. Who would be the next king? Jesse showed Samuel his oldest son, who was tall, strong, and he had a royal look about him. God told Samuel,
"Yes, he looks like a king, but I'm not concerned with what a person looks like on the outside. I care more about a person's heart, what they think and feel on the inside. This is not the king."
Samuel looked at all 7 sons, but God said no to them all. Samuel asked if there were any more sons, and Jesse said,
"There's one more, but he's out supervising sheep / mammals.
Go and get him immediately.
The boy walked up, his shepherd's staff in hand. The boy brushed his hair to the side, and he looked Samuel in the eyes. The boy loved God and was willing to do whatever he asked, no matter how great the task.
"This is the one I have chosen. He has a willing heart."
The boy's name was David. The Bible remembers him as a man after God's own heart.
David, he was the youngest boy. You know, forgotten, set to the side. Have you ever felt forgotten, set to the side? David knew exactly how that felt. But when you really think about it, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. The most important thing is what God thinks. God looks at you and says, look at his heart or look at her heart. God chooses you because you're you.
One key element is commotion. Authentic worship music in the most popular styles kids love.
In spite of our circumstance, we will learn to spread our wings and rise above everything and fly, fly. No matter what.
You see, media is what gives KidMo its appeal, and the interactivity is what makes it fun and engaging. And the competition, well, that's the engine that drives it. But it's relationship that ushers in transformation. And that's why you play such a critical role in the lives of your kids in your ministry. If we followed Jesus' example, Jesus spent his time and attention with kids. And we believe the kids learn best in a loving environment that is filled with teachers and loving mentors. You see, KidMo will give you everything you need so you can be freed up, not to prepare your program, but to invest your time and energy into the lives of your kids and leaders.
You reach me.